I just want to do a quick disclaimer on this video. When we filmed it, we had some technical difficulties with the camera. So if you enjoy our reviews and our opinions, just treat this one like a podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Action.
Hello,
Hi, this is Lori.
this is Peter.
And this is Hamilton.
And
I'm sorry.
in the screen, oh, that's all right. Hi, Ryan. Ryan is joining us.
You want to redo it, Laurie?
Well, I can edit that out.
Okay.
Oh, now, come on, computer. Not time to update shit. Okay. Hi. We're ready to. Hi, this is Lori.
This is Peter.
This is Hamilton.
And in the corner here,
This is Ryan.
and we are with Action Heroes LA, the subsidiary of Heroes Character Rental Service, with our latest review. My phone will stop ringing. I don't know. Anyone want to go?
Shang-Chi.
Oh, Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi?
I don't know. Tomatoes.
It's Shang-Chi, the last Marvel movie to come out, which came out a few months ago. But, well, Peter and I, and Ryan, braved the pandemic and went to the theater and saw this. Hamilton, well, why we're waiting so long is because we had to wait till it came out on video to watch it here at home. So, anybody want to start? It stars Simu Liu, I should say, Awkwafina, Menger Zhang, Tony Leung, Michelle Yeoh, and Ben Kingsley.
I don't remember a bottle of water being in there.
God, really now?
I like this film, y'all. I thought it was a return to the fun Marvel action films that we probably remember before the pandemic. I mean, not to say that Black Widow wasn't fun, but this was, I think, just funny and fun and everything I like about Marvel films in general. I like the fact that it's an Asian hero and it's, they're finally bringing Asian characters into the MCU, and it'll be interesting to see them interacting with some of the other characters who are already established. But I'll let you guys go ahead.
Well, I'm big on this because, I've been reading the comic books and ever since I was a kid. So, actually, anybody from the Ten Rings was Asian back then.
Okay.
Right.
But it was just so good because that Aquafina, I've
What? Where is he going with this?
no,
What could it possibly be?
no, I've actually always liked her.
Okay, she's been in quite a few things now.
Right,
Yeah.
and her
She was good
comedy
in
is
this.
just great. I love the character that they gave her in the movie. The karate scenes, some of the
Karate.
yeah.
I'm gonna
karate.
nitpick that.
Okay.
It's okay.
So the karate,
Martial
kung
arts.
fu, martial arts,
Yeah.
all of that was.
It's a style thing. It's kung
It
fu.
was a really well done. I really liked the bus idea as a backdrop or for it. It was in a lot of ways it was a bit much.
Okay. The bus idea or the movie?
Yeah, the bus idea.
Okay.
But the fight itself was like dead on. It was a really good action scene, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Ryan, you want to chip in? It's been a while since you saw it. You saw it kind of like right when it came out. But we watched it here a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect going into it. I had no familiarity with the character, never read the comics, didn't really know anything about it. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I very much enjoyed the film. Thought it was a great film. I liked Black Widow as well, but this is a different type of Marvel film. But I really loved it. Thought the central character of Shang Chi was really a dynamic character. The scene with the bus in the opening 15, 20 minutes or so is probably my favorite scene of the entire film. I guess if there was one little nitpick, it might be the last 20 to 30 minutes or so. I thought it really pushed the fantastical a little too much for me.
Okay.
I think they were in, I forget the name of the village, Talo.
Talo. Yeah.
Yeah. And the minute I was rolling along with it just fine, but once they got to the battle of the two dragons, that's where it kind of lost me a little bit. But other than the dragon battle, I loved the whole thing from start to finish. Thought Shang-Chi was a great character, had a great cast of characters. It was great seeing Ben Kingsley character again from Iron Man 3 and seeing this film sort of resolve an unresolved plot point regarding that film. It was nice to see it tie into other films in the MCU, including even The Incredible Hulk, where we got to see Abomination in there, and of course the connection to Doctor Strange as well. So it was nice to see it. I mean, the film stands on its own, but it also connects to other sectors of this Marvel Cinematic Universe. But definitely a great film, one I'd recommend to people of all ages, parents as well as children.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie a lot too, you know, and we had to see it. We had snuck into the theater, and to be safe, we went to a 3D showing because they had the safest corner seats we could imagine. But yeah, this was directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, written by Dave Callahan and Andrew Lanhan, and fight choreography by Brad Allen. And all of those but Brad Allen are Asian. And Marvel doing it like they do with Black Panther, putting representation to the forefront and giving these properties over to the people whose culture it is to tell their story. So this movie has a lot in common with Black Panther, I think you could say. You know, it's a lot like it. Let me, I have notes. Like I said, it's Black Panther, sympathetic villain it has, and it does have better action scenes than Black Panther, I have to say. But that's not, for me, is not a surprise. I mean, the movie opens with House of Flying Daggers. If you've ever seen that movie, that opening scene is very familiar in style. Then it turns into a Jackie Chan movie, basically, and that's like the bus scene, and a lot of the fight on the side of the building is very Jackie Chan style. And then it wraps up into kind of like the Marvel big epic battle scene at the end, and like Ryan says, it gets a little fantastical with the dragons and the mystical creatures when they go. Well, this town they go to, where Shang-Chi's mother is from, is in another like dimension or universe. It's not in this dimension. So I thought it was kind of neat. The creatures they used in the movie, those fantastical creatures, are from Chinese folklore. So they're have a very historical context in that. I was just watching the making of this. But the good stuff for me, Tony Leung. I can't believe I can't say his name because I love this guy. Leung, as quote the Mandarin, as Wenwu, the bad guy. He's a major star in Asian cinema, and you know, one of the greatest actors ever. And to see him this, and he's great in this. And I think for me, he makes the movie. I mean, there's a lot of great in this movie, but just he kind of like what you call him, Michael B. Jordan brought to Black Panther. That villain you can kind of sympathize with and just you kind of feel for, even though it's the bad guy. I felt that this was along the lines of that.
Yeah, because in his character, although he was a villain, still technically he was right. So and it's just like Killmonger, he's the villain, but technically he is right. So it's just a thing of how they went about everything. I did definitely agree with Ryan so far as the last battle scene. It was a thing. It was just too fantastical for me.
Okay.
But I did realize that Well, no, the dragon, the this, the that.
Well, the
all
dragons
of this.
are really symbolic in Asian
Yes.
culture, and so I know you could dig into it more. I couldn't tell you more about it than that, but there's intentional use to express something by using those kind of mystical creatures.
Exactly. Yes.
But yeah, I thought it was a good storyline, good execution of the storyline. I really like Simu Liu. He was on a TV show in Canada. Oh, what I love about him, and this is relate to Action Heroes LA, is he used to dress up as Spider-Man for kids' parties. While he was a struggling actor, and it just one day, and the reason why he had to be Spider-Man, because he's Asian, he had to have one of the characters that had a mask, so people couldn't say he was Asian. And now he's so proud that he can. I mean, he's Shang Chi now. He doesn't have to wear the mask. People can see him, and he's that character. So I thought he was really likable. I've got a lot of notes. You got any more? You wanna? I don't wanna.
You mentioned Tony Leung.
Leung, yeah.
I didn't dislike anything about this film. It's a good summer blockbuster type movie. And you mentioned I think you mentioned Free Guy earlier, but this was another film that was a fun film.
Fun for summer film, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I didn't see it in the theater, but I enjoyed watching it just as much. Aquafina was good. I'm always
And
a little.
Michelle was in it.
Yeah, I haven't
Michelle
got. I'm saving
Yeoh.
up to Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
I like Aquafina, but I'm glad that she just played a straight character and didn't do her kind of hip hop.
Kind of over the top.
Yeah. Whatever.
She's kind of
Just
toned
played
that
out.
down.
Yeah, and I mean she was better for it. The film was better for it, but I didn't have any real issues with the film. Like I said, it's a good Marvel MCU movie, and
One of the better ones.
Yeah.
Especially in this new phase. It's
Yeah.
probably the best one of the new phase.
Kind of fixed Iron Man 3.
Oh, you have issues with Iron Man 3, I know.
Yeah, I do.
I think a lot of people do actually.
I haven't watched it actually, so.
Don't.
I think for me, this film kind of feels like the MCU Asian corollary to Black Panther. You mentioned Black Panther.
Yeah, it's along the lines of
Yeah.
definitely along the lines of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Ryan, did you have any more you want to chip in before I ramble off what else is on my notes?
Well, I thought, I don't know the name of the actors, but I thought both Shang-Chi's sister and his aunt
Oh
were
yeah,
both strong female characters. Both
yeah.
well written and well acted.
Well-
So I thought both of those characters were very strong female characters and contributed a lot to the story. One thing that I thought was kind of hilarious, I had no problems with Aquafina. I thought she brought a nice level of comedy relief to the film. But I remember when I was in the theater after the film ended, and you see at the end of the movie where Wong comes out and invites Shang-Chi to take him on this new adventure, and Aquafina's character goes with him. And I remember someone in front of me at the theater going, "All she did was shoot one arrow." All she did was shoot one arrow, and all of a sudden she's stepping on, this new heroic journey with Shang-Chi. It's like, well, what did she do? All she did was shoot one
He
arrow.
can't leave his
Well, I don't
girlfriend.
know. I just thought that was hilarious when I heard that in the audience. So there's a certain grain of truth with that. But I wasn't against her going on the journey with whatever Shang-Chi does next in the future of the MCU. I'm hoping there's going to be a sequel. I know that the Ten Rings are supposed to be coming back with the sister now running the organization.
Whoops,
So
spoiler.
spoiler
That's okay.
alert.
That's okay. We spoil everything.
That should be our tagline.
Oh yeah, Action Heroes LA. We spoil everything.
Great film, looking towards the future, hoping to see Shang-Chi himself in an Avengers team-up movie somewhere down the road.
Okay. Yeah, so the actress who played the sister was Menger Zhang, and the one actress who played the aunt is, of course, the legendary Michelle Yeoh, who is who's one of my favorites. Stars.
Oh.
Yeah, in case I've never mentioned it before, I've mentioned it 20 million times there. But yeah, I want to get. I'll get to. I gotta get my notes. But yeah, I definitely strong female characters, and when you have Michelle Yeoh, you're gonna have a strong female character because she just has epitomized that for the last 30-something years. Awkwafina, I liked her in this movie. I thought the kind of buddy relationship in the beginning felt the humor of it felt a little forced, but by the end of the film, I liked them as like friends, and you know, in a comedy sense, I thought they worked really well together. With that I'm looking more forward to seeing them. Like I said, looking forward to seeing this character in more Marvel movies, and her as well. It's like if I see him, I'm gonna like, well, where's she? You know, where's Katie and his friend? I can see them pairing. Then not so good, Ben Kingsley, which is hard to say because he's good in it, but just the whole character. And you probably have issues because you saw him be the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3, spoiler alert. You know, just the silliness of here's going with the fantastical creatures and stuff like that, and he's got his little fantastical creature, but then he had some funny lines too, and you know, it's nothing that mars the movie. I guess it's kind of one of those taste things. You either love it or hate it, and I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Maybe it is not one of those things you love or hate.
I don't know. I really liked seeing Ben Kingsley because I mean he's actually like a really talented actor,
Right,
and
right.
for him to be in a film like this, playing this
Kind of this
character, yeah, I enjoyed watching him. I like watching him. I really liked him in the film Sexy Beast, like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's been.
But I mean, you know, I think we haven't seen enough of Ben Kingsley, so it was just
doing
cool
something
seeing him.
different instead of being serious actor. I can
Yeah.
appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, not enough Michelle Yeoh, but of course I'm gonna feel that way. No, but I felt like they really. I mean, she's there to deliver a lot of exposition. She's not really. They don't really have her character. They don't take advantage of her dramatic acting chops, but you know, that's in a movie like this, you really don't need to. It's not about her. It's about Shang Chi and everyone else. But it's nice to see her in there. She and Simu Liu have this great kind of dance fight choreography scene together. So they, at one point, Awkwafina's character calls her a magical kung fu goddess. So basically, Michelle Yeoh is playing herself. And
The magical kung fu goddess.
And you know, my biggest issue would be the final battle scene too. I didn't have so much problem with the fantastical creatures. It's just these big epic Marvel battle scenes are all kind of seeming to like be the same thing, You know, they kind of all have the same feel and the same touch. I think what elevated this one is because the fight choreography in this movie is so good that it's better than, well, it's typical Hong Kong fight choreography, which I love. So having that made it set it as a little better than a typical epic battle. These epic battles are just starting to be, wow, Marvel's getting really, really generic. And so yeah, and I guess one thing, the 10 rings, I thought it was cool because I was watching the making of, they said the 10 rings were actually rings on their finger before,
That's right.
And they put them in the rings around his arm, and taking for cue, those are kung fu training rings. And if you ever seen the movie, what is it? It's called Shaolin Master Killer in English, but 36 Chambers of Shaolin. The opening title sequence, the guy has those on.
I never trained with the rings on.
I have.